Hey, Bailey. Come here. Hi, my name is Rick Carlin, and today I want to talk about child safety and pet safety too a little bit. One of the things about child safety is that not everything is cut and dry about child safety. A lot of parents don't know some of the hidden dangers that exist in the house. One thing that we just picked up on the other day, as a matter of fact, was letting children play with pots and pans. I know that I actually let my kids play with the pots and pans. I let my son Sean, when he was younger, bang on the pots and bang on the pans, and that's really not a good idea, because what happens is when they see these pots and pans on the stove, they now think that they are toys, and they can grab them, and obviously if they're on the stove, they're hot and get burned. So that's a good hidden danger to watch out for. We're not going to talk about the common dangers because they're common. People are aware of what the common dangers are. We know not to leave our children in the bathtub alone. We know that, our young ones, we need to put gates at the bottom of the stairs, gates at the top of the stairs, make sure that those stay locked, have your proper seating in the automobile and all of that. But another big hidden danger in the house is cords. Big hidden danger. And we're not just talking about a specific cord, but cords for anything. Electrical cords, cords from blinds, cords from telephones, cords from sweatshirts, and hooded jerseys, and we'll go into those things. But what I want to talk about right now is numbers. The number right now is 17. 17 children visit the emergency room every hour for one thing or another. 17 children every single hour in the United States goes to the emergency room, the ER. So, as far as strangulation goes and kids that get hurt on cords and things, 93% of the children that get hurt or worse on cords are 3 years old and under. 3. What does 3 look like? Well, this little girl right here is 4. 4 years old. Her name is Wesley. And Wesley died on a blind cord. So 93% and under are 3 years old, but Wesley was 4 years old. So we're not saying, hey, if your kid is, 5, don't worry about it. So between 3 and 4 is the danger zone for strangulation. Okay? Another number that we want to talk about is 1. From cords, we lose 1 kid every what? What would we guess? 1 kid every year? 1 kid every month? Or do we lose 1 kid every day? Well, the answer is we lose 1 kid every month to blind cords and other cords. So what we want to do is we want to figure out a way to change that. And the biggest culprit happens to be the mini blinds and corded blinds. And it's not just for kids too. There's kittens and dogs get in trouble with these things and everything else. So the difference between the common dangers, like kids falling into a pool or falling down the stairs. When a kid falls into a pool, we hear a splash. When a kid falls down the stairs, falls out a window or a screen. These are all common things that we need to make sure that this doesn't happen. But we hear crash, we hear bang, and we hear cries. With cords, we don't. Here's some numbers for strangulation: 2 and 4. Kids can't talk when they have cords around their neck. They can't yell for help. They can't breathe. And in 2 minutes, they will be unconscious. I didn't spell unconscious right, but in 4 minutes, they'll be in really big trouble. So one of the things that we keep reading when we hear these stories about cords and strangulation and these mom stories about this is that they're in the same room, they're in the same house. They didn't even hear any cries or anything. And that's the problem with cords. So now I'm going to show you some dangers of cords, and then we'll show you some ways to be aware of them, and then how to solve those problems. So let me show you a few things about cords in kids and safe-proofing their room. Now, this is our baby, Bailey, and one of the things that you really need to be careful of really is cords for electrical cords. Kids can reach up, grab these cords, and do some nasty things with them. Right, Bailey? Another thing that people don't realize is a hidden danger are stuffed animals that have ribbons around them. So this particular stuffed animal right here has a ribbon around its neck, and a kid can easily undo that, and with just 7 or 8 inches of ribbon, they can put this around their neck and twist and choke. Right, Bailey? We don't want that to happen to you. Here you go. So watch the stuffed animals that you put in with your kids. Watch out there's no ribbons on them. Another thing you need to be careful of, right, Bailey, is telephone cords. See how this telephone cord is a coil? And look at how easily poor Bailey can get her head caught in here. All right. But she's going to up. So, not just for kids, but, you know, pets too. Hoodies. You know, if we had a real child in here, 2, 3 years old, you come in, you put your hoodie over there, give the kid a kiss, and you've got a dangerous, dangerous situation with a hoodie sweatshirt right here. So strangulation is really, really tricky. It's a silent injury and can lead to a silent death. My son Sean, who's 8 years old, this is his backpack for school, and I noticed this big, huge danger right here. So if I have a baby daughter, 3, 2 years old, that can stand up in here, and Sean comes home from school, and I say, hey, go give the baby a kiss or whatever, he puts his book bag down here like this. You know, this is instantly a big, huge issue. Bailey, you want another treat? You've been a good girl. Sit. Good. Up, up. Good girl. So, blind cords are a big hazard. We're losing 1 kid every month, like I said before, on blind cords. Now, the manufacturers are trying to do the best that they can with the standards changing and all that. Do have separate cords now, so there is no loop on this. However, a quick little spin around like this, which will happen in about 4 hours after it's installed, and you're gonna get a cord loop out of this real quick, real easy. The other thing is, behind these blinds, the cord will run and also create a loop, and kids will put their head in there and get in really big trouble. So let me show you what I've done on this shade over here to help solve the problem. Bailey, come on up. Now, Bailey's bed is usually right here. So we have Bailey's bed right here, and here is if this cord was like this one over here, this would be a dangerous situation. But what I did is I trimmed off the ends, so we don't really have any way to make a loop with this situation. So that was really good. And then this way here, I can not worry that she's going to put her head in between here. And so those are the hidden dangers of cords in the home and strangulation. So always remember, strangulation is silent, and you can't hear when your child has this around his neck. He can't breathe, she can't yell for help, and that's real important to know. Right, Bailey? Give me a kiss.